So, how you enjoying married life?
Oh, it's brilliant, Ma. Billy's dead romantic. Do you know, today he even got me these flowers?
Oh, did he now?
What do you mean by that?
If he buys you flowers, it means he has done something. You just haven't found out what it is yet. And if he says he is only going out for one drink, it means he is out for the night. And if he says he has no money, it is time for you to go through his pockets. And if he says he is working late, he has got another woman.
If you've done something wrong, steal a bunch of flowers and give them to her. If you want to go out for a night with the lads, just say you're going for one. And if she ever asks you for money, always say that you're skint.
Oh, if you're carrying on with another woman, just say you're working late.
Working? No, it's best to stick to something she'll believe.
So that's your idea of marriage, built on lies and deceit. Well, me and Dimple is different. We love each other. We respect each other. We trust each other absolutely. You're not going to poison our marriage with your cynicism.
You can take your cheap wee bouquet of flowers and shove it up your butthole. I know you've been up to something. And you can forget about going out for a quick one, because I know you'll just stay out all night with your mates. And from now on, I'm ringing the station to check up on this so-called overtime and ask for telling me you're skint.
I never!
Oh, why, very cute.
I'm worried about them too. They're only wed 2 months and they are arguing all the time.
Young ones today, they're just not prepared to work at a marriage.
Aye, you're right. I give it 6 months.
What do you know about marriage?
As much as a priest.
I have to say, Ma, that was absolutely lovely. But you know what? I could...
Eat the same again. Here we go. Dinner number 2.
Thanks. I have to, do a wee message.
He's been doing that ever since I was a kid.
I know.
Do you ever wonder where he goes at night?
Well, I did for the first few years. Now I'm just glad that he goes.
I'm going to follow him some night.
Oh, don't, son. I followed him out of a dance 40 years ago. And look what happened to me.
So, how's the newlyweds getting on?
It's horrible. They spend all day making eyes, whispering sweet nothings and slurping the face of each other. It's like living with Davy Trimble and Mark Durkin.
You're arrogant, you're smug, you're a bully, you twist everything I say. And you're never there when I need you.
Dipna, you did realise you were marrying a peeler, didn't you?
Oh, I've had enough of this. I'm going to work. You should try it sometime.
See that, Mervyn? Another Protestant driven out of his home by hostile Catholics.
I need a brandy.
Yes, and bring 3 glasses. We want to hear all about it.
Here, how about we call ourselves the Loyalist Party?
The LPs?
Nah, it sounds like a show band.
Mervyn, if we're going to form a new loyalist umbrella group, then the name has to draw on our historical heritage, whilst at the same time being forward-thinking, radical and inclusive.
And have Protestant in it.
Well, of course.
How about we call ourselves the Protestant Loyalist Organisation?
The PLO. I've heard of that somewhere before.
Okay, the PLO. There's a fella in Portadown has that one.
What about the Protestant Loyalist Organisation for Protestants?
Plap.
Plop? Now that is a crap name.
A Catholic hates it. It must be good.
Forward with the plops.
That depends. What's the day's password?
Starsky and Hutch.
Advance and be recognised, friend.
So, Tim, do anything interesting today?
Well, let me think. I flew a kite, went for a swim in the sea, played strip poker with Charlie's Angels. What do you think?
All right, calm down.
Why, and I marked off day 9,150. It's 25 years to the day I've been on the run, stuck in this attic.
That's not right, Tim. You haven't included leap years there.
I've been here since 1977.
Do you never think of just giving yourself up?
And renounce my God-given freedom to languish in an English jail. Every day I'm at liberty, I hurt the Brits.
Absolutely.
What news of the war?
War. Oh, aye, the war. It's going all right. We are winning. It's just taking a wee bit longer than we thought.
It's very boring in here. Could I not have a wee portable TV or even a radio?
I told you, Tim, the Brits are on the roof. Any noise would give you away.
And the last newspaper I had was 1994.
Now, I explained that. The Brits banned all the newspapers.
That's for you. I don't want anybody to know the truth. Of course, back in 1994, there was that ridiculous talk of a ceasefire.
Came to nothing, Tim.
Oh, just as well. Because there'll be no ceasefire while I'm still on the Army Council. Anyone mentions a ceasefire, I'll shoot him down like a dog.
Like a dog, yes. See you Thursday.
I wouldn't give it any more thought than wringing a cat's neck. A rat. In my book, if there's one thing I hate, it's a snake in the grass. I'll hunt down every weasel trader, because you know, an elephant never forgets.
It is. It's very scary. It's a big challenge, but I'm very excited. Can I ask you what may seem like a very...
Dad, where were you? In the toilet.
You see? I told you, Cal, you're better off not knowing. There's your 2 desserts.
I don't really fancy a dessert. I'll just take the one. I'll be back in a minute.
Jerry rang. He finally got us an office in Stormont.
We've got our office! Brilliant! Ma, open that bottle of Asti Spumante. We have to celebrate.
4 glasses.
Yes, I'll have 2. I've arrived. My own desk, my own office. I think I'll call it the Oval Office.
Aye, because the Square Office doesn't have much of a ring to it.
Our statesmen will be beating a path to our door. They'll be overwhelmed by its grandeur, its understated opulence.
And can we get some of them ballpoint pens with you and me's name on it?
Oh, aye. And I'll need an executive plaything.
I tell Ma.
Let's open the door to Ireland's destiny. Excuse me, there must be some mistake here. This is my office.
Aye, but only after I knock off at 5.
5 o'clock? So you've got an office after office hours?
No, Jerry, I am all for solidarity with the working class. I just don't want to have to share my office with Betty the cleaner. Me a snob? Aye, well, I'm not the one with the fancy bridge work and the big house in Donegal. Hello, Da here, Sinn Féin Assembly. No, Betty, I did not steal your bleach or your new mop heads. Betty, I am a Sinn Féin Assemblyman. I have better things to do than to nick your toilet duck.
Was that Betty? Next time you see her, try and get her to order a Dyson.
There you go. There's the 2 double whiskies you wanted.
Thanks. I'll have this one later on.
On the toilet?
If you ask me, Dad, I think that office is a disgrace. Jerry is just not treating you with the right respect. Even Ma thinks more of you than he does.
No, that's not right. Jerry explained it to me. The party is an office short because they didn't expect anybody to vote for me. But after the next election, I'm getting Bob McCartney's office.
And I can have Mark Durkin's.
No, son, it doesn't work like that. The point is, Jerry has assured me he holds me in the highest regard.
Martin, you're not seriously suggesting that we let Dan lead a delegation to Downing Street?
But Blair wants to see all the MLAs, and Da is the only one he hasn't met.
You know why, don't you? Da is a clampet, a balloon. And I'm using polite language because knowing the Brits, this line is bugged.
It's Da's turn, and he has to go. After all, Jerry, Sinn Féin is a Democratic Party, hey?
So you think the line's bugged as well, then?
Downing Street! Carl, we're going to Downing Street!
Downing Street? You mean that place you call the rotten, festering core of the British imperial estate? That Downing Street?
Yeah, isn't it brilliant? And we're going to meet Tony and Cherie.
And after that, can we go and see Mamma Mia?
At last. Da, the statesman, takes to the world stage. Prime Minister, urgent call from George Bush. Tell George to wait. I haven't finished talking to Da yet.
I see it, Ma.
What'll I be telling Tony Blair? I'll be telling him it's time to take the Irish people seriously.
Something!
And I'll also be telling them, Chucky Ireland!
Next stop, Buckingham Palace for some tea with Her Majesty the Queen.
Jerry, will you stop phoning me every 5 minutes? I'm a mature politician. I'm not going to embarrass Sinn Féin. Carl, I think we better skip the face paint. It's Jerry's fault. He just won't see the funny side.
How long are you away for?
3 days.
Is that all? Is there no other world leaders like you could drop in on? I mean, your man Slobodan Milosevic, he doesn't have many visitors.
Why, before I forget, do you up a flask of tea and a big whack of sandwiches?
For 2 of yous?
No, just me.
Ole, 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 ole. So he's so clever.
The plops. That's just a pathetic excuse for you and Mervyn to swan about like you're somebody important.
That is rubbish, as I will be saying to the Prime Minister next week.
You're going to meet the Prime Minister.
Well, he's seeing Dan, Cal. Them two will be light relief for him.
Wise up, Tony Blair's not going to meet the likes of you.
Of course he will. Every loyalist organisation gets a free trip to London. Take a letter, Mervyn, to the Right Honourable Anthony Charles Linton Blair, Prime Minister. We are the Plops. We are Protestants, and we are not happy. You had better meet us in Dowling Street next week on Friday at 3 o'clock. I drink brandy, but Mervyn prefers vodka and Red Bull.
Plus, we want 2 free tickets to Mamma Mia.
If you do not meet us, then the loyalist people will be angry, and we will not be responsible for the consequences. Signed, Uncle Andy, a loyalist community worker.
Here, Andy, I had a word with Red Hand Luke, and he lent me one of his old dog collars.
What do you want that for?
I'm going to be a minister for the day.
Yes, Pastor Mervyn will give us that all-important veneer of respectability.
I can't take it off before we hit Soho, though, can't I?
Oh, I'd keep it on if I was you, Mervyn. All the women secretly want to defile a man of the cloth.
And their fellow travellers, cause anybody who collaborates with the SDLP or the would-be Stormont plutocracy is dead meat.
Absolutely. And speaking of dead meat, I'd need you a few corned beef sandwiches. I have to go away for a few days.
Where are you going?
Down to the Free State. Secret mission.
Good luck, Da. You know, you and me's one of a kind. we'd die before we'd see the Republic betrayed.
Oh, aye.
It's the end of the week. You better empty that.
Before I go, what's next week's password?
May the Force be with you.
Phone! Somebody answer the phone! Sick. Hello, Jerry. Jerry, I've told you, will you stop worrying? I'm just going to shake the man's hand. And that'll be that.
Anyway, come on in and sit yourself down, and I'll make a wee cup of tea.
I don't mean to be rude, Ma, but that looks like a bucket of shit. Several days' worth by the looks of it.
What?
Why is there a bucket of shit?
Don't be so bloody nosy.
Always knew it was full of it, but they have to show us it as well.
It could be the first stages of Alzheimer's.
Don't you be making excuses for him.
You don't think he's going to take that to Downing Street, do you?
I wouldn't put anything past him.
Yes, Jerry, I've brushed my teeth. Jerry, I am shaking hands with a fella not snogging him. Well, excuse me, but me and Carl do use deodorant. I know. Just keep my mouth shut, especially if there are any journalists about. I am going in there as leader of the Irish people to meet the leader of the English people. And when I sit down with him, I will be standing up for the rights of all Irish people. Now is not the time for sound bites, but I really feel the hand of history upon my posterity. Because I have a dream. And my dream is ask not what your country can do for you, but what country you can do your what not for. The greatest hope in democracy today is Ich bin ein Sinn Féiner. Thank you. Hey, Mom! Oh, please, don't embarrass yourself.
Well, despite Dad's rather flowery speech, officials here at number 10 Downing Street insist that this is just a routine meeting with some frankly low-ranking politicians. There'll be a few niceties exchanged, but the officials insist it's just a get-to-know-you meeting to try and improve future relations.
See that Cherie Blair? She's one cheeky wee bitch.
Will you hurry up and need the bucket?
According to this, your dad was only in there for 2 minutes. Wonder what he could have done.
I know. He lasted longer stuck in that lift with Ian Paisley.
Ah, here they come. The turds.
Do you mind? We are the plops.
So, how was your trip to London?
Very successful.
Yes. And I think next time I'll wear the dog collar.
So did you meet the Prime Minister then?
Well, between Madame Tussauds and the sampling the delights of Soho, we just couldn't find the time.
Oh, I see. Billy, they're not two spoof merchant Walter Middies at all. Oh, no. They were too busy to see Tony Blair.
I'll tell you what, maybe he'll drop everything and come and see in the knee breakers.
Well, maybe he will. I haven't checked the post yet. Well, just so long as it's not a Sunday. We do not discuss politics on a Sunday, do we, men?
Oh, no. Sunday is strictly a drinking day.
Alistair, what do you think of this letter? Dear Plumps, sorry you couldn't make our meeting on Friday. Would it help if I came to see you?
Surely you're not going to fly over and visit that lot, Prime Minister.
Maybe not, though it would get me out of having to go to Parliament.
Yeah, I know, Jerry. It was an embarrassment and a disgrace. What do you mean, me?
You have some explaining to do.
Not now, Ma. I've had a terrible day. All right, Tim?
So when a strange man arrived at my door, dressed in 70s gear and looking for a slop bucket, I knew it had to be something to do with you.
I don't believe it. You're the Red Tim O'Leary. The man on the Brits' most wanted list. And all the time, you were holed up in our attic.
For 25 years, I've kept the Brits guessing.
Well, not really, mate. They stopped looking for you after 2 months. Everybody thought you blew to America.
25 years of mind-numbing, unspeakable boredom.
Oh, come on now, Tim. I visited you nearly every day.
He was the only other human being you saw for 25 years. I'd have killed myself.
Sorry, there's something funny, son.
Do you not see the irony? If you'd have given yourself up, you'd have done about 7 years, tops. In fact, if you'd given yourself up 5 years ago, you'd have been released under the Good Friday Agreement.
The what?
Oh, yes. There was something I forgot to tell you. The war is sort of over.
We won! You mean after centuries of struggle and sacrifice, we finally achieved self-determination for the Irish people, freedom, justice, and a 32-county socialist republic?
Well, not as such.
But we are the 4th largest party in our power-sharing executive.
Power-sharing executive?
Transitional? It's a transitional power-sharing executive.
Did you sell out the republic?
No, they just had a wee ceasefire at the IRA Army Council agreed to it.
Well, I'm on the IRA Army Council and I don't agree to it.
Maybe you should speak to Jerry.
And where is Jerry today? Stormont or Westminster?
You've been lying to me for 25 years.
No problem, Sonny's been lying to me for 40.
And why didn't you tell me about the ceasefire? Or should I say, surrender?
You see, there you go. If I told you the truth, you would have got all annoyed and upset. So you see, I was doing it for you, to keep your morale up.
For 25 years, I rotted in that attic, kept alive only by my dreams of Irish freedom. But you and your Sinn Féin mates stole those dreams, and for what? 30 pieces of silver?
Oh, now, hang on a minute, mate. Now, that's not right. An assembly member gets about 60 grand.
You told me it was 10,000.
You see, there's your expenses and your committee fees, and what he gets from me is his researcher.
Tim, what are you writing now?
A list of demands. This Good Friday Agreement's got to be renegotiated, or there'd be trouble.
You know, there's a fella called Jeffrey Donaldson agrees with you.
Well, God bless him. We need more Republicans like him. Now, I want you to go and see the British Prime Minister.
Well, I hate to say this, Tim, but my stock at 10 Downing Street isn't the highest at the moment.
Here's the list.
List? There's only one thing on this.
Well, it's the minimum I'm prepared to accept.
Dear Brit Prime Minister, get out of my country. There's not much scope for negotiation here.
We're not negotiating.
Maybe you'd be better say it than somebody else.
Anybody else?
Well, Jerry, where do you meet? Well, I've been on the run. Red Tim O'Leary was still technically a member of the Army Council when the agreement was negotiated, hey?
Well, could you not tell him to stop making trouble?
Well, as you know, I have no connection with the Army Council, Jerry.
Bloody fools. Well, does it have to be Dag in?
I'm afraid Red Tim insists.
Well, could you not just tell Red Tim?
Well, as you know, I have no connection with the Army Council.
Sod it. I'll speak to Tony.
Da, unionists are absolutely furious about this meeting with the Prime Minister. Are you in fact attempting to renegotiate the agreement?
I prefer the word finessing, Dennis. All we're trying to do is tie up a few loose ends.
What sort of loose ends?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, Dennis, but let's just say, at the finish up of this meeting, I fully expect to have ended 800 years of British interference in Ireland. But that's nothing for unions to be worried about.
No more questions. No more questions. Thank you.
Sorry about the last time.
Oh, that's okay. Cherie's not here, so don't worry about it.
Now, before we begin, I would like to read a short statement.
Before you do that, would you like a drink?
I'll take a wee one.
Well, Dan and his team have been inside now for something like 6 hours. And it would seem there's some really tough negotiating going on. And it would also seem that Da, you're live. Can you give us some idea of what you've agreed today?
Everything, Dennis. Everything. Don't. I'm talking to Dennis. I'm talking to Dennis. United Iron, Dennis. Like, who needs it? British, Irish, we're all the same, aren't we? And the cops. God, I love my cops. Cops! There's a bomb right here. Queen Elizabeth. Her lovely, lovely lady. Lizzie Loeb! See, at any time you want to come to 47A Davis Park, you are very welcome, love, all right? Look to read over!
Well, if you ask me, this doesn't go far enough.
I don't trust this deal. We're being sold down the river. I'm against it. Ulster says no.
On the plus side, I don't think there was much negotiation.
Now, Tim, don't do anything stupid now.
I'm going. Back up to my attic. It's a better world up there. Just sent me my meals up.
Don't forget your bucket.
Thanks.
Tim, what's the password?
No surrender!